Hey, ladies and gents, this is the Wiz coming at you with Miguel, and we're going to take a look at Mythic Legion's Unkann figure. It's Mythic Legion's 1.5 assortment. Unkann was the PowerCon exclusive, hence his strange name and his color scheme. And the color scheme is reminiscent of Duncan, the Man-at-Arms from Masters of the Universe.
I see no resemblance.
No? You don't see any resemblance?
They look completely different. The names are also completely different.
Unkann and Duncan?
Yeah.
So,
Unkann and Dunkin' Donuts.
so any resemblance to other characters, living or dead, is completely coincidental. So, let me take a look at the Unkann bio. I don't know why I'm coughing, but anyway, here's the Unkann bio, and let me read that for you real quick. Unkann. Every army needs an arsenal of weapons to carry them to victory in battle, and the Legion of Arethyr is no exception. A secret weapon in his own right, Unkann is the Legion's master weaponsmith. A veteran of some of the Legion's bloodiest battles, his expertise has been forged in combat. Determined to supply his brethren with the tools necessary to achieve supremacy, Unkann's ongoing quest involves supplying the legions of Arethyr with the deadliest weapons one can imagine. Unkann.
Man-at-Arms.
Now, of the Mythic Legion's 1.5 assortment, this is the last one we're reviewing, and according to Miguel, the least. His least favorite. I have him up here around some of the Masters of the Universe classics, Man-at-Arms or Army Builder figures. I personally like this color scheme in the Masters of the Universe. And I've made Snout Spout into one of the army builders. I like the color scheme there. It's cartoony and fun, not entirely realistic. I don't really like it that much here in the Mythic Legion's universe. But the cool thing about it is that you can take these pieces and mix and match them and have a completely different figure. So
Unkann looks stupid.
Unkann looks stupid. Well, Miguel, I wouldn't go so far as to say Unkann looks stupid, but let's put this in perspective here.
He looks like the Gorn.
He's an orc, okay? Miguel says that he looks like Gorn. Gorn from Star Trek, who starred in the greatest fight scene ever with Captain Kirk and moved in absolute slow motion. I don't know if you've ever seen the fight scene with the Gorn, but you got to go on YouTube and check it out.
Kirk versus Gorn is the greatest,
epic battle. Epic on-screen fight.
Greatest battle ever.
Star Trek fights are usually pretty bad. That one just completely takes the cake. When it comes to fights, you'll just have to check it out for yourself if you haven't seen it already. Okay, so let's go into Mr. Unkann, who you're saying looks like Gorn and what?
Man-at-Arms.
And Man-at-Arms had a baby?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we'll look at him next to somebody who's wearing sort of the Man-at-Arms thing. As you can see, Unkann has that one arm that's all orange with the orange battle armor. And he has one arm that's just green.
I think the Unkann, the orange, is uglier.
Yeah, you think the orange is
uglier orange? It's like brown orange.
Well, it's a little more realistic than this very plasticky sort of colored orange. But I get what you're saying. But let me tell you something. First of all, I would not have bought Unkann because
he's ugly.
He kind of sticks out. But that said, I'm not a huge Masters of the Universe necessarily fan that I have to get everything that's sort of an homage to Masters of the Universe. And the thing about Unkann is he was an exclusive to PowerCon, so they were selling these figures mostly to big, huge Masters of the Universe classics and Masters of the Universe fans. So that's why they love him. They love the color scheme. They love everything about him. He sold out really quickly. I mean, you still get all the Mythic Legions sculpting goodness in it. It's just the color
Quote
scheme
unquote goodness
may not be your cup of tea, like it's not Miguel's cup of tea. You get this cool weapon, which is very reminiscent of, Man-at-Arms mace, head bonker.
head bunker.
Yeah. You get this cool little dagger. You get the belt, and you get this cool bone sword. All right.
It's totally out of place.
The bone sword does kind of look a little out of place, doesn't it? Because I think it's just it's. But you can always give it to another character, but it just looks out of place because it's organic and everything else is more armored, right?
He's got green skin.
Yes, we know he has green skin, and we know he has orange armor.
Ugly orange armor.
But let's try to get past that. So anyway, we have all the wonderful details that we have in all the Mythic Legions as far as the sculpting is concerned. Booty shorts, yeah, you can't see his booty. He's got a underwear there, but yeah, you see there is that gap. He's got the evil spiky pauldrons. He's got the evil spiky boots, which is another thing that's kind of weird because Man-at-Arms is a good character, and yet Unkann, I'm guessing, is an evil character. So you have this kind of good color scheme mixed with a sort of evil type character. It's kind of incongruous, right? So that might be another reason why this is not my favorite figure. But I picked him up in the 4-pack that was offered with the other 1.5 figures, and you got a discount on Unkann. If you bought 3, you got Unkann for a little bit cheaper.
So was it such a ripoff? No,
it's not a ripoff. It's just like it was a lot cheaper than it would usually be. So I got him, and I was like, well, that's a good deal. I'm gonna pop the pieces, and I'm gonna end up, taking him and mixing him and matching him with other figures. So he's not going to be sort of that.
Because by himself he looks ugly.
He's not going to. But okay, let me ask you this question, Miguel.
He kind of reminds me of a mermaid.
Do you like him now? No, I'll just mix him and match him till he just looks like a regular, pretty cool orc.
I don't know why.
Okay. Do you like these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why? What is it that you like about these guys and you don't like about him? What's the difference?
The orange is ugly.
Okay.
He looks like the Gordon.
Okay.
Which is also pretty ugly.
I want a Gorn action figure. They made one, and I really, really want it.
Why? Because the fight scene was so bad?
Yes, because I love Star Trek, and it's so cheesy that I gotta get one. I gotta find one somehow. That's a full-size 6-inch
His sword
Gorn.
does not look good on him.
Okay, his sword doesn't look good on him, so that's easy to rectify, right?
His armor is a weird shade of orange. Or at least that weird shade of orange doesn't go with the blue.
It's not quite as vibrant, I'll give you that.
It doesn't go with the blue.
It does clash a little bit. All right.
A little bit. I'm not sure what this is. It's just like I'm wearing full armor, and then you know what? Let's just wear like some cloth.
That's a loincloth. So he can gird his loins. All right, I think we've pretty much exhausted everything we have to say about this figure.
This ugly figure.
Yes, we are feeling critical today. Yeah, let's just say it's not our cup of tea. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Not necessarily that it's ugly.
It's ugly in my opinion.
Okay. All right, we'll settle with that.
And my opinion is the right opinion. So.
All right. Well, it's The Wiz signing off, and hope you enjoyed the review.
Ugly.